Aloha and happy holidays. This is Wendy Hutchinson, and I felt called to hop on today and just share kind of a year-end review. We've had so much happen on the planet this year, and so much energetic shifting that I thought a lot of you are so energetically sensitive and maybe kind of don't always have a pulse of what's going on, and just wanted to share what I've been experiencing, feeling, seeing over the past 12 months, really. So the first part of the year was a big year of shifts as we were kind of being forced over the last couple of years to really go in, to really do our inner work, to really connect more deeply to our intuition, to our knowing, and follow it. So wherever you are on that journey, you may have been presented with a lot of different things coming up in interpersonal relationships with family members, friendships, maybe romantic partnerships, just a lot of challenges. And those were just really forcing you to learn the lessons that you've been maybe avoiding or not paying attention to. There are a lot of emotional triggers this year, and they were a little deeper than normal, right? On a normal year, we're kind of going through the motions and we have these triggers and we have emotional things and they kind of pull on us. But this was a year that was requiring hard releasing and letting go. And I'm talking about not just letting go of tangible things. I'm talking about letting go of programs. These programs that we've been locked into, ancestral programs, societal programs, cultural programs, religious programming. We have been manipulated and controlled so much by our environment. And what that means is we've been told we need to conform. We need to belong. We need to act a certain way. We need to believe certain things. We have to show up in the world to make others happy. And it has been in large part, you win, I lose. So this program has been breaking down. And as we break down these programs that feel really comfortable to us, even though we have kind of felt dissonance or discordance with it over the years, the desire to belong, the programming that has been put in place and so deeply embedded in our DNA to conform and belong, which is a form of manipulation, right? When anyone's telling you, you have to do this to belong to this, that is a form of manipulation. Because what you need to be doing is following your own inner guidance. And that is what this entire year has been about. It's about discernment. It's about doing what feels energetically aligned for you, not what you're being told you need to do. And that telling or that information that's coming to you, if it's external in any way, shape, or form, requires your discernment, requires you to really sit with and ask your soul self, is this resonant with me or not? Because everybody who belongs to the group is going to tell you, you have to do it. You have to do it. And you see this kind of with the holidays coming up. This is a microcosm, but families do that. I don't care that you don't get along with your brother or sister, or you have this drama with your aunt or whatever. Everyone's coming to Christmas, right? Who has that mom who's like, everyone's coming to Christmas. We've done this for 20 years and you're coming and you're going to have to suck it up and show up. And I don't care because I don't know, maybe the matriarch or patriarch is into tradition and they don't give a shit what is aligned for you or not, right? They're going to tell you what to do. And most times people do it and they have a miserable time, or they have resentment, or there's these negative feelings that come up, or they do it out of fear. What if I don't show? What are people going to think? How are they going to respond to me? These are the programs that are really crumbling and breaking down, and people are being emotionally just destroyed in the process of claiming themselves because they haven't done it before. This is a completely new paradigm We have moved through so much clearing on the planet, so much energetic clearing. A lot of negative energies have been removed. A lot of the programming has been removed, and new architectural structure has been put in place to support the Law of One, to support the new Ascension Aeon, which was literally opened in October, the end of October. We had a close of the old Ascension Aeon, and that was just a really corrupted, how it presented to me was just like a burned out husk and crust of black stuff. It was really a very corrupted program. It was outdated. It instilled fear in people. If you are living in any way, shape, or form from a place of fear, if you are acting in any way, shape, or form from a place of fear and not empowerment, you might want to take a look at that. Because where we are transitioning to, fear is not a vibrational match. Manipulation, slavery, anything that denies you of your own soul sovereignty is not a vibrational match in this new Ascension Aeon. The new Ascension Aeon opened, the cosmic clock was reset, new channels are being opened to each human on this planet's surface, allowing them now to connect to their own divinity, their own Christ consciousness, their own energies of source, connection within themselves without the middleman. Those are the things that are shifting in a huge way. You're going to notice that the energies on the planet feel lighter. Despite all the noise and chatter about war, about this escalation, that escalation, I will tell you the architectural framework for this planet and matrix have been completely rewritten and new foundations have been laid. Those of you who are intuitive and energetically sensitive should be feeling a shift energetically. Things feel lighter because energetically, so much density, toxicity, negative agendas, energies, anything that is causing you to question your validity, your essence, your truth, your belonging here is being destroyed. And we have a huge, huge winter solstice coming up, December 26th. And you will be shedding and releasing so much. And it's really important and critical at this time that you tune in to yourself. Don't just take everything that's told to you or fed to you at face value. Don't look at the news and just believe everything you see. Don't look to the guru and believe everything they tell you. This is a time of the return to our soul sovereignty, God sovereign free, God within you, sovereignty, power, empowerment, personal discernment, freedom from the slave matrix that we've been participating in for eons, freedom from ancestral trauma, freedom from oppression, freedom from manipulation, freedom from being spoon-fed a lot of bullshit and lies that have destroyed us emotionally, scarred us, traumatized us. You know, you're being set free. You have the keys. You hold the keys to the kingdom. Each of us holds the keys to set ourselves free. Don't remain in prison when you have the key. It's really, really critical that if you are seeing red flags, if you are feeling discordance with anything in your life, that you really pay attention to that. And be really mindful of why you are staying in something that is not aligned with you. Whether that's a job, a relationship, a group, an organization, a friendship circle, If you don't feel you belong, maybe you don't. And that's okay, because you have a very specific trajectory and role to play here in the new earth. Don't, I interviewed this lady, Jennifer Balco. Jennifer, if you're watching, I credit you, and I say this all the time to people. And Jennifer told me that you don't realize you're chained until you move. So I'm going to suggest that all of you watching this, move. Make a move and see how much you've been chained. See how imprisoned you've been. Because if you don't move, if you remain static, if you remain in the status quo, if you keep belonging, you'll never know that you're chained. You won't even realize you're a prisoner. So it's up to all of us to really come together. Our higher selves, our DNA is being recoded, activated. You are being literally plugged in to your Christ consciousness within yourselves. And things are going to start to feel and look differently. And it's going to require you to literally show up in the world differently. Because if you keep going back to what's comfortable, it's going to be like holding water in your hands. You can't hold on to it anymore. The architecture and framework of the new world does not support it. And you are seeing so much breakdown, so much truth rising, disclosure. We're seeing so much corruption exposed. We're seeing the people rising around the world, unifying, coming together, standing in their power, finding their voice, speaking their truth, and fighting for their freedom. It's a beautiful thing. So this is all part and parcel to the new Ascension Aeon. The law of one supports unity, one world, where we can, not in a nirvana, kumbaya kind of way, but in a benevolent way, work together through our own personal sovereign empowerment. Because as you step into your power, as you become more sovereign, as you see that you have value and worth, and you are worthy of creating a life that's aligned with you, regardless of what anyone says or thinks. No one determines your level of ascension. You do that. It's your soul journey. You planned this life prior to coming in. You determine your path. You determine your obstacles. You determine your way forward. And you, as a soul, have the power, the tools, the DNA coding, the energetic access to reach up and draw down everything you need to not only ascend, but to also exit this matrix and return home to your place of origin. That is a universal truth. There are pathways out for all light workers. No one is left behind. I was given that message over and over and over in my energy work that I've been involved in for the planet. No one left behind. Anyone who has in this life or past lives worked for the higher ascension of humanity, for the planet, in any way, shape, or form, has opportunities now to exit where there were none before. It's a first in human history. You're here on the planet at this time, this very important time, to step into your soul sovereignty and soul purpose. Break the programming, break the chains. I'm going to tell you, it's time to move. Move and see if you're chained. Move in new directions, follow your intuition, create, align, have the courage to stand alone, speak your truth, and see what is in store for you. Because I'm here to tell you, whatever direction you choose that's aligned is going to create incredible impact on the world around you. And your life will change. Beautiful things are going to happen for you. There's a lot of beauty in store despite what we're witnessing. We're witnessing the breakdown. We're witnessing the chaos and clearing that comes before the new architecture emerges. It's a simultaneous thing. Things are breaking down and things are also being created and built. New structures, new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking, new thought leaders, new political leaders. There's so much change and chaos. Don't be shaken and stirred by the events around you. Step back, align, get silent, be present. Maintain inner balance. Stop reacting. Stop feeling like the world is ending. Drop that bullshit narrative. It's not. Okay? Come back to center, stand in your power, and find your way forward. Guide yourself forward. Guide yourself. It always comes back to you. Stop giving your power away. That bullshit needs to stop immediately. So I guess that was a little more intense than I had planned. Came out. But I want you to know that you're all loved and supported. The world is moving in a beautiful direction, despite what the news wants you to believe, despite the hysteria. And for those people who are really attached to that doom and gloom narrative, they can have that. They can hold that. But from what I'm seeing energetically, because to me, energy doesn't lie. What I'm seeing energetically is you have everything that you need, each individual, to go and ascend to whatever level you want to ascend to, or to create the life that you want to create here on this planet. You're loved, you're supported, but it's up to you really to align, discern, and chart the path forward. You have the GPS, you have the codes. You guys have all the GPS codes and mapping to get you where you want to go. So before the end of the year, get really clear of what you're going to let go of, what you need to clear. If you have an emotional breakdown, good. Let that shit go, cry it out, burn it, clear it, and step into your power. That's my message. The energies on the planet are washing over you all. Take in the codes, take in the love, take in the support, love yourselves through this. And on the other side, you are going to rise stronger. 2023 is going to be an incredible year. I love you all. Thank you for being here on my page. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Thank you for supporting me in my work on social media. You guys are fantastic. I have faith in humanity. I have faith in you. And I wish you the most beautiful holidays. I think we're all going to have so much love and connection. And we're going to start the new year off in a beautiful way. So take care, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.